my name's Niobi. I'm going to show you how to breastfeed for feedingguide.com.au. The first thing I like to do is make sure that my environment is set up really well. I like to make sure it's nice and warm. I've got my specific chair that I like to use, get a glass of water and maybe put some nice music on. One of the things you need to do is make sure you're really well supported, so you can have a pillow at your back, make sure that your feet are really firmly on the ground. And I like to have quite a firm pillow for my baby, as he is a larger baby. So that way I don't have to hold him up. He's held up for me, and so I'm not sitting forward like that and getting a sore back, which was a problem to start with. Another thing that I've found really helpful is to wear a buttoned shirt, and then today, for example, I'm wearing a breastfeeding top. It's really easy to get into. You're not fiddling around or trying to lift up a t-shirt or stretch the neck of something, so what you're wearing is really important as well. He knows what's coming. So once I've got my baby and my pillow all positioned and my top done, he's very hungry. I like to make sure he's in the right position. And he's just gone straight on by himself. I did find at the hospital they did try and hold the back of his head and force him sort of into position, but I found for me, if I just got him into the right position, that he would actually find his own way onto my nipple, and that's really worked much better for me. If you find that he's not actually latching on correctly, you can just take your little finger and just insert it just in the corner of their mouth, and they come away quite easily, and then you can just reposition and help them to get back on. I found when I first started breastfeeding, it took me a long time to actually get comfortable and to find the right pillow for me. Because my baby was a bigger baby, I found that the soft pillows, the L-shaped pillows or the nursing pillows are a bit soft, and I was finding I was trying to stack a few on top of each other and it just wasn't working. So I finally found, I think it's called a wedge pillow, and it's really firm foam and it holds him up quite high and in just such a good position, and it's really, really saved my back. I am also quite tall, but if you're not, you should always make sure that your feet are really supported so that it flows all the way up through your back, so that you're really stable and can really relax into feeding your baby. It's also good to have a little comforter or a little feeding toy to keep their attention, as they can tend to get distracted. I also found that sitting in front of a picture like this that's really interesting, that's got lots of colours and things, really helps them to stay focused and to stay latched on and feeding. Breastfeeding in public can be a bit daunting. I remember my first time was not very natural, I must say. It was in the middle of Costco and I had shopping everywhere, I had a screaming baby, and I had to sit in the middle of a packed food court. Luckily I had my breastfeeding shawl, so I did find that I could cover him up and cover myself up and feel quite discreet. As you become more comfortable with your breastfeeding, you'll find that you probably won't need the shawl anymore. You just have the correct clothing, so like a shirt that's really easy to get into, even a looser t-shirt that you could pull up. Just things where you keep this sort of area covered just makes you feel so much more discreet, and I've found now that people don't even notice that we're breastfeeding. Isn't that right? They don't even know. Just remember that there's heaps of people that you can get advice from. Mothers groups, your friends, your mum, your sister. But if you're really having trouble, make sure that you get some professional help. And for more tips, head over to feedingguide.com.au.